Hello everyone, this is supposed to be a long form video, but I don't know how long it's going to end up being because on this little USB here, the green one, because it matches the operating system, I'm going to be downloading Linux Mint Cinnamon, I think? I don't know, I had this on here for a day now, so I forgot it, of course. And I want to install it on this computer here. It is a computer, of course. I think it's 8 gigs DDR2, old Intel old Intel CPU, and it's just massive. Like, I'm also going to be playing Detective Pikachu on a DVD to test out if the DVD player works, just because I feel like it, and that's a VR that I got that I'm planning to make videos on soon, so come back later if you want to see that. But first thing we need to do is just plug this into the system. As is for most computers and stuff, all you need to do is just plug it in, usually into Front I/O, which works perfectly fine. Usually you'd rather get like USB 2.0 or 3.0, something that's at least useful. This is probably 2 maybe, because it's an old computer. So I'm going to be downloading Linux Mint on one of these, and I need to turn this monitor on first, so let's just show you how to do that really quick. So when you're turning your computer on, which I just did, it's giving it a second. I got it where it's an automatic BIOS, but you'd usually want to click either delete, F2, F8, F12, or F9, or F10. Just click all the function keys, like as much as possible. This is just installizing because I got Arch Linux on here. Yes, I am considered a loser, but that's fine. Alright, so I made it into the BIOS settings here, and for what I need to do, because it's an old one, I need to go to boot, I'm pretty sure. Hard drive disk, USB generic flash drive. I'm just going to put that number 1. So I go back, then I go to boot priority, and then USB generic flash drive should be number 1. So then, boom, I'll click F10 to save and exit, click enter for OK, and it's going to be booting off the USB flash drive so I can install Linux Mint. So now this is the startup screen where I'm just going to click enter for start Linux Mint, which that's mainly because it's only an Intel CPU, there's no graphics card, no nothing, so I'm just going to immediately boot into it. If it will let me. This is odd. Huh. It should not... Oh, wait, I think I got it. Alright, so it should be loading up into Linux Mint. The reason I chose Linux Mint is because if I were to turn this into any... Oh, what the fuck? That happened. The primary reason is because it's a very simple operating system. It is easier to run than Windows, which this computer obviously cannot do. And I have a little bit of past experience with it. I currently use Ubuntu because it's the only one that has the software I need for my drawing tablet, which I enjoy drawing and doing art stuff. So I just use Ubuntu instead of Debian, so I could use that. So I'm currently loading into Linux Mint because it's simple, beginner-friendly, lightweight, and it's currently going through all of these processes so it could actually fully load into Linux Mint, I hope. As you can see here, it says all okay to the things, and it's just going through the script, which is probably opening up the just desktop environment, which is going to be Cinnamon in this case. So currently I just got the little cursor as you can see on the screen here. And now we got the desktop environment open. So I'm just going to double click on the install Linux Mint. It just looks like a little disk in the corner here. But thankfully my camera and screen sucks horribly. So I'm going to be loading that up, which it takes a little bit because DDR2 memory, 8 gigabytes, all sorts of current problems. Also, another thing I failed to mention is that I didn't connect Ethernet, so I had to do that because there's no wireless connection on this computer. Holy shit, alright, there we are. So now that I got into the installation process for Linux Mint, I'm just going to select English. It's going to be UK, English, US English, whatever you need to use for me. Personally, I just use US because it's the basic setting. So it'll just be slowly going through every single one of these. Then there's also going to have questions like install multi-codecs, which I'm personally going to do just in case. I'm not too sure exactly what it does because I'm still a beginner to this, but it's always a good idea to install something if you're planning to use it for multimedia or something like that. Alright, for my options, I have install it with, so it's going to be a dual boot, which I do not want. It's erase everything and install Linux Mint or something else. I'm just going to pick the second option, which erases everything that's on the disk. Then I'm going to pick the 180 gigabyte SATA, which is that one, SSD, for Linux Mint, and click install now. And then it's going to probably go through everything. It's been a while since I've installed it. Then write changes to the disk, continue. Just all simple processes that you should be able to do all on your own. I'm picking my region, so I can click continue. Then the final one on these slides is going to be just creating your little account. Personally, I do not want to log in every time, so I'm just going to do automatic login and make it my YouTube name. Then once you're done with everything, hit continue, and it should start the installation process on your computer. There you go. It says copying files, it's doing everything that you need, and once it's done, you are going to be fully loaded into Linux Mint, and I'll start playing Detective Pikachu because I can, and I found the disc recently. Alright, so finally just finished this, so I currently just reset, if this will actually show the Linux Mint logo. Come on, let me just there we are. So Linux Mint, I got everything all here. It's rebooting. Just remove the installation media, click enter, and it should just straight away. Where's my here's my USB. So yeah, as it's still rebooting here, I got my Detective Pikachu CD. It is fairly decent condition, I'd say. Like, barely any scratches on it, and I'm gonna have to replug this in here. I'm trying to record it. It's very awkward right now. I finally got this thing loaded up here, so I'm just going to quickly. There's everything here. Driver manager. Let's just do that and throw that to the side here. Update manager. Also launch. Other than that, I'm not going to really do much. So I'm just going to quickly install these updates and shit because it might need it. Just perhaps. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna get Detective Pikachu to work here in this video at least because I'm having troubles, of course, because I can't have anything go good if it's on video. So yeah, thanks for watching.